But it is a very different story in Beavercreek, where voters approved two school levies tonight.
Yeah, one is a renewal levy that's been approved since 1989. The other would bring in new money to the district. So that first, a $6.15 million emergency levy for Beavercreek City Schools to help fund the school district's budget for this year. That passed 53% to 47%. The second levy is that renewal levy, which will fund maintenance around the district. Results on this one show it passed by a larger margin. 66% of voters saying yes to that levy. And 2 News reporter Deborah Bogart is live with what the results mean for the district.
Yeah, I spoke to the district superintendent earlier, who says both of the levies are equally as important, but says that the emergency levy comes just months after a similar levy failed, and consequently many cuts were made. So they are extremely grateful that the emergency levy did pass today, because they say if it did not, then they were looking at making even more cuts. Now, the $6.15 million levy will bring in new money to the district, something that has not been passed by voters since 2013. Superintendent Paul Otten says they have been operating on the same budget since then, even though they have grown and will continue to grow. In fact, they project over 1,200 new students will enter the district in the next decade. Now, after that $6.2 million levy failed back in November, Otten says they had to make cuts that will still be seen in the 2019-2020 school year. Those include cutting 34 positions, changing school hours, increasing pay-to-play fees, and cutting departments' budget by 10% across the district. Now, since that vote in November, Otten says they have been holding 11 community forums to really educate the public about the situation they were in regarding the budget and what else they were looking at cutting if it did not pass today.
We're very excited that we have community support here. We've got great community support, but we are also dedicated to try to curb as much expenses as we can, because we recognize that our community, we ask a lot of them for our schools, and we understand that, but we have to also do our due diligence to make sure that we're being good stewards of their money. So we will come back to work tomorrow and continue doing those things.
Now, the other levy that did pass today, that's a permanent improvement levy, and that helps fund and maintain things across the district. And those are things like asphalt, technology, and bus upgrades. Reporting live in Beavercreek, Deborah Bogart, 2 News, working for you.